Hey everybody, we are out at the boat. It's on, the boat's rotating for some reason all by itself. Look at that, honey. It's doing some kind of a rotate. But anyway, we're out here to put a new propeller, a different propeller on it. This one's new, of course, because the engine's new. But this is a 9 7/8 inch by 12 pitch. And 12 pitch means if you rotate it one time, it should go forward 12 inches. Well, that's too much. And the reason I know that, or the way you tell if your propeller's right, your engine should be able to reach its top RPMs. Well, this one's top RPM is between 5,000 and 6,000 RPM. So if it's in that range at top speed, as fast as the boat can go, then your prop is probably pretty close to right. If it's lower than that speed, your prop is too big or the pitch is too much. And if it's easy to go over your maximum RPM, then your prop is too small diameter or your pitch is too not enough. So this is a 12 pitch and I'm putting on a 10 pitch right over there. The other thing I need to do, the guys that, the fishermen or the boat builder told me there's something weird going on with my prop and underneath here. So I'm going to put the camera under water here and see if I can see what's going on. Just kind of record what's going on. So we're going underwater now. Hold your breath. Okay, we just got out of the water. I'm going to dry off the lens because sometimes there's a little bubble on it. Should be dry now. Okay, so we'll see what's going on there when I get home. Or when I get out of the ocean, we can review that. But right now we got to raise this engine up. We keep it at the third hole here for just keep the prop and the skeg from dragging on the bottom when the tide gets so low. So right now we need to kick it up. So we're going to kick it up. We're going to take this 12 pitch off, and it's just a cotter pin here, a castle nut here, a washer here, and it looks like they got a spacer. There's a spacer right there, about a 1 inch spacer. So we're going to take all that stuff off, and then we'll put the new one on. We'll probably grease it up. I got some grease here that we'll grease it up with the shaft and stuff, so it's easy off, easy on type stuff. So we're going to do that. Paradise prop changing. Yeehaw, let's test it and see. So anyway, this one will only go 4,000 RPMs at max speed, even with that one running at 4,000 to kind of balance off the propulsion. This one, if you max it out, it only goes 4,000, so that's an issue. So we'll be back, and then we'll test it too. Not right now, today. It's kind of late in the day, but it is a nice weather day. It's a little bit of a breeze, which is nice. Cloudy, but we got rain coming, and it's 5:30 in the afternoon, so we don't really have time to get out there and back before dark. So tomorrow maybe, or whatever day we can get out here and get some sunshine and nice seas, we'll run that prop, and you'll see it'll be a continuation of this video here. So we'll change out the prop, and then you'll see what the results are. See if we can get up above 4,000 RPMs with the new prop. Paradise. Out. This is a 30 horsepower two-stroke on a boat. I don't know how much this thing weighs. So 1,000 plus pounds, 2,000 pounds, let's say. Paradise. Out. Video start. Okay, folks. We got the camera lady holding the camera. We're going to get this cotter pin out here. It should be a little stainless steel pin that's a lock type mechanism that keeps this thing from coming undone when you put it in reverse. When you're in forward, it automatically tightens. So that's a good thing. Gotta get it all lined up so it'll go through this hole here. And you don't want to lose it. That's a biggie. Because we're in the ocean, we're taking this off, and that's scary. Very scary. I need to push this down some. Make this thing come out. Oh, there we go. Okay, got it. Got it right there. See that right there? You don't want to drop that ever. Ever, ever, ever. I'm going to put it on top of my full noodle, honey.
Okay.
The full noodle. Don't touch it because it'll knock it off and it'll fall down in the thing. And now I got to take this off, but I need to get a wooden block, honey. And I need the wooden block here.
The one that we put, yeah.
You've got to wedge something into the prop to keep it from spinning while you try to loosen it. So usually you'll put a 2x4 in there. And I got a vice grip this thing because I don't have a wrench. The right size for this. Bottom pin on something that I keep. So let's just this thing out. Because again, I don't have the right size wrench for this, and I don't know what size it is. Wise, because it's a metric engine, of course. Okay. Now we put this block in between here and here, and we can Here we go. Okay, we got it loose. Don't need that at this moment, but now we gotta. There we go. And again, you don't want to lose anything. A washer. There's a little washer on here. There's this castle nut. There's a washer. There looks like a spacer of some kind. Here we go. This thing's sliding off, and I don't know what's on this side. On this side, there may be a washer too. See, there's all these little pieces that you can't lose. Okay, they go on these new ones. There we go. See that popped off? And now this here pops in here. So I get this right. This is not exactly the same. It's the same minus this extension piece here. And it looks like that extension piece just pops off. So I'm gonna pop it off. And this should be pushed in further. You see this little brass thing here? That should be in further. But this came from China, so the people that manufacture this probably know nothing about powers. There we go. And again, be very careful about everything you do. Okay, so we're going to put this here on here. See this spacer? Actually goes like that. That goes on first. Now, also, if you read right here, you'll see 9 7/8 X, which is by 10 and 1/2. It's 10 and 1/2 pitch, and it's a F. F series means it's for the Yamaha 20, 25, and 30. this. Probably should get some grease and put on here. Just so things go on and off easily. Grease can. Ta-da, screwdriver. This is the marine grease, the new one that I use. It's white. My other marine grease was blue, but this is white, and that's the same color that Yamaha uses to grease all the engine parts. Is the white grease like that. So I will grease this prop. Just get it like that. Stick it in everywhere. Get everything nice and greasy. Get it here. Stick it in here. Get all these little splines all greased up, lubed up. Okay. And that's about as good as I can get, because what I'm going to do now, I'm going to shove it on. Well, I can grease this shaft. I can grease this shaft too. That makes it better. The threads, everything, just lube her up. Lube her right up. Make sure that you don't have any fishing line wrapped around your prop shaft here, okay? Because that'll mess up your seal, which I don't have any on there right now. So we're good with that. You have to keep the camera close to me, honey, because when I talk, that camera doesn't pick up voice good. Okay, so now this on. Either way, it does the same thing. That is a washer, like a thrust washer. There we go. Slides on nicely. Nicely, folks. Now, this brass thing here, I'm going to take some of this grease here and grease this little brass spacer. And I'm not quite sure why they have this brass spacer here, but they do. And I'm going to grease it so that it comes off when it's time to. And again, this is, marine grease, waterproof, they call it. This was the side towards here, I'm pretty sure. Was it? Huh? Honey, is that this? Well, there's no threads. You can't get the thread on there. Okay, it must be this, yeah, this way. There. That's weird. But, okay, now we can screw the castle nut on. And we'll grease it too. The castle nut and the washer. Both of these. We're going to get some grease. Castle nut, I wish I had a little more grease, but this is going to get the threads. I got seaweed on my fingers. So, let's do that. Put this washer on here. And this castle nut's going to barely go on here, so I'm going to have to kind of add pressure to push this all in tight. Hopefully it'll go in tight. My wooden block. Once I get this little guy clamped on here, and again, I wish I had the right size wrench, but I don't. So
I think the washer is in the inside.
So, and then you put your block in between your propeller and then that keeps everything from wiggling on you. I'm trying to keep my vice grip out of the ocean too, because it's going to get rusty. You have to get around here, honey, where you can see. This is showing too, honey. I don't know if you can see that part that I'm doing, but yeah, I'm tightening this thing down. Honey, you want to try to hold this with one hand while you hold the camera with the other? Right there. So I'm going to tighten this down until it doesn't want to go anymore, because I think things need to be kind of pressed in. That may be about it. And I got to find where the hole is for this. Honey, did you see the hole? Is that the hole right there? It looks like it's perfectly lined up. Let's see. Let's get the cotter pin and we'll check it out. Again, this is the most dangerous part you're doing because anything could go wrong and the cotter pin could fall into the ocean because your fingers are greasy. So every spacer looks like it's got a hole. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, now by needle nose pliers, I'm going to use those to tap it in. Put the camera on what you're doing, honey. There we go. Look at that, folks. Look at that. Let's turn it this way a little bit. Get it through there nice and good. And then bend this thing back. And voila. We got a prop on there, folks. We got a prop on there. There it is. We did it. And it looks okay to me. And hopefully we got all the washers and spacers. I actually think this spacer goes on the opposite way, but I don't know. I don't know that for sure. I don't remember how I took it off, how it looked, but I don't remember the washer not going full against that. Huh? It should be flat. Yeah, it should be flat. I think I got it in backwards, but the problem is if I put it in the other way, it doesn't seem to, maybe I'll take it off. Let me take it off, folks. I'm going to take it off because I'd rather be right than wrong on anything with having to do with the prop and stuff. And this is the scary part again because you're pulling this out and it's kind of tight and you don't want to drop it. Take it off and try to reverse it because maybe when I put the prop in, it pressed everything down to where it should go. So let's see what we got here. Let's see if we can do this right, folks. Because wrong is never good, especially when you got 100 and something mile trip and things don't go right with your prop here. You're in trouble. We was hoping the tide would be low enough the boat would be setting on the ground, but again, that's not a real big issue. Yeah. Right now, things seem to be going okay. And again, don't drop your nut, don't drop your washer, and don't drop this washer either. See, there's a recessed thing there.
Make sure that it.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Now we got it. It went in right. Yeah, we had it on wrong, folks. So it's always good. If you have any doubt, check it out. That rhymes. Any doubt, check it out. That's a good saying, folks. Okay, now we're looking good. Okay. Whew. I can sleep better tonight. Yep. Okay, get the 2x4, huh? Okay, and again, this nut here doesn't have to be on super tight, but you do certainly want it on snugly, and you got to get your holes lined up for the cotter pin. Is that the hole there, honey?
Looks like, I'm not sure.
I think we got it lined up right there, and it's snug. Okay, so let's see if we can put that cotter pin in. Again, you got greasy fingers, greasy hands, you're in the ocean. bad news with this thing. Where did I say it was? Where's the hole? Huh?
You said it's in here.
Can you see it?
I can't tell.
I can't either. I'm using this cotter pin to kind of drag it through here. How deep is that hole? Okay, let's put this cotter pin back so I don't drop it. I dropped the socket here one time and totally lost it. It was gone. It was totally gone. Okay. Do you see any holes? Maybe I need to crank it a little bit more. Let me put a little more crank on that one. Can't keep the camera near keep the camera near where my voice is. Hold it. Hold on. I'm going to turn it. You see any holes? Yeah. Okay. She's on real super tight right now, but I don't see the holes. Okay, let me get something. Let's see if I can. We don't have a light here either. And my brother-in-law asked me if we had the flashlight. And I said, no, we don't need it because we can still see. Is that the hole right there? That's the hole, right?
Looks like.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the hole.
Okay, I think we found it, folks. We'll see. We'll see if, again, it's getting dim because of the sun's going down. It's almost probably 6 o'clock now, 6 p.m. Yeah, well, wait a minute. Let me see. Yeah. Woo. Yeah, baby. We got it. We got it. Okay. There we go. Okay. Prop is on. Okay, we did it. And let's make sure we got the right angle because they do have right hand and left hand props. And the reason they have right hand and left hand props, yeah, this is the same. See the pitch angles going forward like a clockwise prop. Because if you have two engines, which is like this, one of them usually goes the opposite way. And it's by this lower unit here. You have to swap this out. They have one clockwise and one counterclockwise, and that prevents what they call prop walk, because both of them are turning this away, and in doing so, they're trying to walk your boat to the right. So if you have one going counterclockwise, one going clockwise, that neutralizes the prop walk. We don't have that, okay? But I'm not going to worry about that. I'll lose any sleep over that. So we're good to go. We got her done. So, yeehaw, my friends. We got her done. And again, it's dark, sprinkling right now. So there's a big storm cloud over there, over there, over there. Well, pretty much everywhere and right on top of us. It's raining. Over there's a tiny clear patch, but everything else is rain, 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 and there was no rain. It was 20% chance of rain all day today, but here in the tropics, just like in Florida, Florida, I think things move in on you faster than this. Things don't usually move in fast. You can see them, and they take their time. But anyway, we'll put all our stuff back. We got our grease. And this is what I use to grease the prop shaft with. That's what I'm going to use. That's not what I used before, but this is Universal MPG Marine Grass Rock Oil Grease is the brand, 500 grams. Here's your little story about multi-purpose grease, excellent water resistant, excellent corrosion protection, good sealing properties. You know, the good stuff. And then Rock Oil is a company that makes it. I think they said it's made in England or something. Maybe not. Marine grease. Probably China. Anyway, That's good stuff. That's the stuff I'm using. I hope it's good stuff. We brought the pull noodle because if we had time, we were going to split it and try to stuff it in between that hole and the splash guard, because in that hole and this hole we get about 1.5 inches of water every time we go out. In this hole we get virtually nothing because we got the pull noodle here between the splash guard and the side of the hole, and we got another one stuffed on the outside between the tarpaulin and the outer side of the hole, and these little clips are holding it in. So next time we come out, we'll probably do that and see if we can get that hull to be dry, just like this one. Because every time we come back, we have to spend 15 minutes or so bailing or sponging the water out of that. So that would be a big plus for us. So there we go. 9 7/8 inch prop by 10.5 pitch F model for the Yamaha 20, 25, and 30 horsepower outboards. And I'm guessing it's 2-stroke and 4-stroke because I didn't see any specifications about which variation 2 or 4-stroke. So I don't know. I'm guessing they're the same, but they over propped it for this boat here. That prop is too much. They're assuming you got a much lighter weight boat than this is. And again, we got 2 engines, so you think that would be, even if it was a heavy prop, you would think that would be fine. I mean, a big prop, you would think with that one pushing and this one pushing. And again, we're going to get the center engine going too. That's a 15 horsepower inboard, and that's what you saw when you saw the prop shaft coming out when I did the underwater portion initially in the video here. So, okay, we're going to bag it up. It's sprinkling more and more, and we'll be back with more from my Paradise on Ventalian Island. There's that mermaid. She keeps showing up. Wave hi, honey. Paradise out.